What's up guys, in this video we're going to be installing this carbon fiber steering wheel from Zen Carbon Fiber. I will leave a link down in the description where you can check this out. And you may be noticing that this is a facelift steering wheel and I have a pre-facelift Focus ST. So not only will this video teach you how to install a carbon fiber steering wheel on your Focus ST, but I will also be showing you how to do a facelift steering wheel swap, which requires this new airbag I have here and also this clock spring, because you can see the pre-facelift airbag is a different shape, and then you also need a new clock spring for all of these buttons and the cruise control to work correctly. And I got these from a junkyard out of a 2019 Escape, because it has the same airbag shape and clock spring, because it has the same steering wheel here. So that's where I got that. So I'll be showing you how to install that. And then thankfully Zen Carbon Fiber was able to send this wiring harness here, because the one I had was damaged and whenever I was taking out the steering wheel, and since it was a crashed car, you know, people had been messing with stuff and there was like some wires that were cut. So I didn't want to have to solder that back together. So I'll be using this. And then here is the airbag there. And that'll go in the middle. Now getting this airbag out of the Escape at the junkyard was a 2-day ordeal. And I actually got locked in the junkyard because it said they let the last person in at 5. But I didn't know that also meant that they closed at 5, so that was kind of weird and confusing. But this is what it's going to look like. It is going to look so good. I have this cover on my steering wheel right now, and you can see right here, it's starting to peel. And it really just doesn't look that great because I did it myself. I mean, it looked better than the stock steering wheel that was falling apart, but, you know. So we're going to be installing this. I also have a carbon fiber ST badge on it from Nickjoenap Design, which you can check out at nickjoenap.com. But I got this custom spec'd out from Zen Carbon Fiber. You can see it's got the red stripe, this super nice carbon fiber. I mean, I am just extremely impressed with the quality on this. And this is like, you can't find these carbon steering wheels any cheaper than Zen Carbon Fiber. I chose to get the red here because, you know, the ST already has the red accents. I have the red doors. I also got red floor mats recently. So it just matches, and it even says ST down there. So let's go ahead and get started with the installation, because it was pretty tricky getting this out of the Escape. The facelift airbags are a little easier to get out, but the... Oh wait, no, I reverse that. The pre-facelift ones are easier to get out than the facelift ones, but luckily I don't have to take this one out. So we're going to start by getting under here, and there should be, you can see up in there, a screw, bolt, whatever. You're gonna need to take that out, and it looks like this is a little bit different than the one at the junkyard. And then there also should be a bolt up in here that will need to be taken out, and then we'll need to get these plastic pieces off here and this one here so that we can reach behind the steering wheel, because we will need to use a screwdriver to pop these clips to take the airbag out. And also a heads up, you will want to disconnect your battery before doing any work on this, because you're messing with the airbag and it can be extremely dangerous if you accidentally blow the air. I mean, obviously it'd be dangerous if you explode the airbag, but it's very dangerous to leave the battery plugged in when working with this. So I recommend unplugging your battery and waiting about 15 minutes, pressing some buttons and stuff to make sure that there's no electricity connected to this at all. And then you can start disassembling the steering wheel to get the airbag out. So you can see I have this plastic piece just up over here, and then this one is hanging down. There's a torque screw up here, and then there's 2 on the bottom, but you really only need to do 1. Really not even any of them for now. and then you turn the steering wheel and right here, and then you spin it to the other side, and on the other side there'll be a clip in the same spot. Just take a flathead screwdriver, push it in there like that, and pop the clip, and then this will come up super easy. And now comes the hard part, which I will show you on the back of this steering wheel so you can see it better. When you turn the steering wheel around, you're going to have these two holes on it. It'll look a little different on the pre-facelift, but you'll see what I mean. You have these two holes, and then if we look on the back of the airbag here, see if I can just set this here. You see we've got the holes will line up with these things here, and you've got this piece of metal right in here in the airbag. And in order to get the airbag out, you've got to reach in with a screwdriver on the outermost side of this metal piece, and these are spring loaded, and then you'll just want to push it in. You can see it pushes in like that, and then you'll want to pull one side out a little bit, then go to the other side. Be careful not to snap this one back in, and push this one in, and then you'll be able to just remove the airbag. Be careful because you will have to unplug the stuff from the back, but that is how you get it out. It's quite the pain, I will tell you. Let me see if I can show you from here. Behind here you can see there's the hole, and I probably am going to need to get a shorter flathead if I can't get this one in there, because this piece here is, this cloth piece is attached to, you can see it's attached to this dash piece. I don't really know how this comes out. It's probably just clips, but I don't think it needs to be removed. I could honestly probably just put it to the side like this, and then you'll just have to reach in there, and it's kind of hard to show, but you'll have to reach in there with the screwdriver and then push the clips in, and then you have to pull the airbag out and get it out. It honestly took me a couple hours to do in the junkyard. Hopefully it goes easier for you and right now, but I'm going to go ahead and get started on trying to pry those clips. So I was able to remove this piece. You just grab the part at the end of like the leather cloth and just pull it towards you, and it comes out super easily, and that gives you quite a bit more work room. And I'm just using this little screwdriver here to try to reach in there, and you can see on the back here you have this big hole and this tiny hole. You can use both holes, but for the pre-facelift you're going to want to use the smaller hole. And then if you have a facelift, they usually only have the one big hole, so you just have to use that hole. So after about 45 minutes of prying with this little screwdriver, I was able to finally get this out, and it actually took a lot of force to pull it out once I got the pins popped. So if that happens to you, it's pretty easy to think that it's not out when it actually is unclipped, and I just had to get my fingers behind here and pull. And I marked on the screwdriver how far you have to push it in, because it can get confusing. That is only how far the screwdriver goes inside the hole before you start prying, because if you put it in at the wrong angle, you can like stick it in all the way, and then that's just going to damage stuff back in there. So now that I've got it off, you can see it's loose, and there are some plugs behind here, so you can pretty much just easily reach behind there with your fingers and unclip all of those plugs, and then the whole airbag will come out, and then we'll be able to remove the steering wheel. So the old airbag has been removed, and this green clip right here you just pull apart with your fingers, and then these ones right here, they have these orange clips in them, and I just took this little flathead here, and these clips, these orange clips will be flat down, and you just put the screwdriver in them and pop them up. And once you pop them up, they will unlock, and you'll be able to just pull them off and then take out the airbag. So now it is time to remove all of this stuff from the wheel. You can also see there's this plug here, which you'll also need to remove, because this plugs into the clock spring, and it's just a clip up at the top, and you pull it out like that. And once that is done, the only thing left is to remove this bolt here, and this bolt shouldn't be too tight, So I'm just going to use a ratchet and loosen this bolt, and make sure your steering wheel is straight up and down whenever you loosen this, so that when you put the new one on, it'll be the same. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen this bolt and take the steering wheel off, and then we'll be able to put on the new one. So now that the steering wheel is removed, now we are able to replace the clock spring because I'm doing the facelift steering wheel swap. So to remove this, you'll have to unplug this plug here, and then there's just some plastic clips all the way around here that you'll use a flathead screwdriver to unclip, and then take this whole assembly out and then replace it with the one from the facelift steering wheel if you're doing a facelift steering wheel swap. If you're just using the same generation steering wheel that your car came with, then you don't need to do this. So now the new clock spring is in, so I'm just going to take the new steering wheel and thread those wires through, and then go ahead and tighten up the bolt, and then we'll be able to put the airbag back on. So now the steering wheel is on and tight. I also put this trim back here. It just slides down in there super easily. And I clip this on, and then I haven't screwed it in yet, so there's still a little bit of a gap, but I'm just going to leave that for now. And I need to find out where these two little like clip wires go, but other than that, these two just go into the airbag right where you took them out, and then this piece right here will clip into the clock spring like that. And you just want to make sure everything's all connected, and then these wires will shove up in here. There's some wire clips up here, and just make sure you get the wires up there so that they are tucked up out of the way. And then other than that, you're pretty much ready to go ahead and just clip the airbag back on. So here it is, all installed. It was a little bit of a pain, but it wasn't impossible. It looks super good. It's way better than the old one I had, and the suede is super soft. You can see the carbon fiber weave is great. Then the little ST logo there. I mean, like, it fits the hand much better than the other one did, with like this molding it has in it. And you can see the buttons still work. My airbag light is on, but I think that's because the clock spring I got out of the Escape was damaged or something's wrong with it, so I'm just going to go ahead and order a new one. I would not recommend going to a junkyard and getting parts from a wrecked car. That was probably a stupid idea. Even though it was a lot of money saved, I probably am just going to go ahead and order a new one that's meant for a Focus, just to err on the side of safety. But I mean, it looks super cool. It really ties in. Like you can see, I've got the red suede here, carbon fiber, all the carbon fiber here, the carbon shift knob, and you know, the black suede shift boot. And then I also plan on doing black suede on the door right here, so that will also kind of be more, also match this. But that is pretty much it for this video. I highly recommend doing this mod. You can see it looks super good. I'll leave a link down in the description to where I ordered this one. And follow me on Instagram at Nickjoenap and Nickjoenap Design. And please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.